Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
Well, I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathers. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad. Good morning to you. How are you?
George Lopez joins us right now. George, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What lovely to talk to me, funny lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Chloe Bailey joins us. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Mr. Zemeckis, a pleasure to speak to you. This movie is the best film of the year, my favorite movie of the year. You kind of painted a beautiful illustration to the phrase, if these walls could talk. So congratulations.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
The cast from top to bottom is obviously phenomenal. From every actor, even the ones who portrayed the inventor of the lazy boy to the woman who portrayed Mrs. Franklin in the past, as well as also Tom and Robin, who have such great performances. My question to you is, casting Tom and Robin, who you've worked with so many times before, a great benefit, not only knowing what they bring as actors, but you have a certain amount of trust in them to help carry out what is really a complex vision with this film?
Of course, trust is an important thing that you have to always have when you're in a director-actor relationship. So yes, having worked before with both of them many times and understanding their process is very helpful. But it's always wonderful to work with an actor that you have a shorthand with, and they know how I think and I know how they think, and it just makes our life easier, and it's great fun because we just enjoy working together.
Yeah, I think Tom mentioned something about the shorthand of the red dot. Like when red dot is said, you know that y'all are on the same page. Is that right?
Right. Well, that's a term I use to describe the point of a scene. When I'm talking to the cast and I say, okay, the reason we're doing this scene, and here's the red dot, and whatever it is the point of the scene is to show the audience finally that there's a gun in the drawer, right? So, that's what the red dot is we all have to know what the moment that the scene is driving toward that's going to propel the story to the next scene.
The way this movie is shot is obviously very unique, for the majority of the film being shot from a singular angle. I asked the actors what were some of the challenges and conveniences of working that way, but for you as a director, what were the bigger challenges and conveniences of having that single frame to fit the story in?
Well, the biggest challenge was not in actually doing it, but the biggest challenge was in making all the decisions ahead of time, because we knew that everything had to work perfectly within that one view. And so just deciding on the lens, for example, took months to make a decision on what the right lens size would be, and then the right height of the camera, and exactly what in the room, for example, when we're in the room, what exactly was gonna, what part of the room was gonna accommodate all scenes. So those were the big decisions, and those were the big challenges. Having worked all those out ahead of time, it made the actual shooting go quite smoothly.
And I imagine like the blocking has to be so precise in this movie just because, as it is in any movie, but in this one particularly because you're going through different time periods and different things are showing up in the same place. So I'm assuming there's a lot of wherewithal and thought had to go into the blocking of the scene.
Yes, and what we did is we did a lot of loose rehearsal. We went and we constructed a rudimentary set, and we put a video camera in there, and way before we started shooting, the actors and I would wander through this little environment and work out these scenes and get to a place where we all felt that, okay, this is good, where this person is going to be here and this character is going to be there. And so we worked it out, and we did a lot of what I'll call black box theater rehearsing. And then once we were shooting, we would refine it from that. So we had a pretty good idea of what we were going to do before we stepped on the set.
This is my last question for you. And again, thank you so much for your time. This film really resonated with me because my grandparents' home was really the core of our family. Every big event happened there. Every major life moment happened in that house. And when it was torn down, sadly, and sold, I actually had to go steal the house numbers from up top.
Oh, that's
just to
great.
have as a keepsake, which I actually keep on my desk here with me right now, the 1212. Right. And that's kind of the memory for me of the film. Do you have any particular keepsake from a special childhood home or place that you keep that help remind you of the memories?
I don't have parts of my house. No, I don't have those. But my house actually is still standing, the one I grew up in. I certainly have mementos and things like that. And but yes, it's interesting. Every once in a while, I'll go on Google Maps and just see how the house is doing, what it looks like, and see if it's still standing.
Oh, beautiful. Well, the movie is beautiful, and it was such a great time talking to you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.